Hey everyone, I wanted to talk about songwriting ideas, and this is a follow up to our live Google Meet that we had. We're talking about writing music in two keys. I'm going to show you chords that you can use in the key of C and chords that you can use in the key of G. Now, this is very basic information. There's a lot of other options that you have when you're writing songs. Many times when I'll just be kind of messing around with the guitar and I'll hear something that I like and I'll sort of expand from there. In general, you use the theory part to sort of help you maybe break through a little bit of a creativity block, or if you're looking for new ideas. So for the most part, most of the songs that I've written are based on things that I hear in my head. I'm trying to figure it out on the guitar, or I'm just kind of playing around and I find something that sounds cool. All right, so in the key of C, you have a C major chord, you have an D minor chord, you have an E minor chord, you have a F major chord, you have a G chord, G major chord, you have an A minor chord, and you also have a B diminished chord that we're not going to use in this assignment. You have the option of using a B flat chord if you would like. All right, so we have 7 chords. We have C, 1. We have a D minor, which I call a 2 chord. The E minor is called a 3 chord. The F is a 4 chord. The G is the 5 chord. A minor is the 6. We're going to call this B flat the 7 chord, and then we're back to the 1 chord. Now, the 1 chord, the 4, and the 5 in all major keys are always major chords. The 2 chord, the 3 chord, and the 6 chord are always minor. So C is major in this case. The F is major because it's the 4 chord. The G chord is major because it's the 5 chord. D is minor, it's the 2 chord. E is minor, it's the 3 chord. A minor is minor chord because it's a 6 chord. The flat 7th chord is a major chord. And when you're writing songs, you're not going to play them in order. You want to come up with interesting chord progressions. The most common chord progression is a 1-4-5. So in the key of C, the 1-4-5 is C, F, and G. Now there's many combinations, but that is a very basic one. A lot of the songs we've learned in Guitar 1 are 1, 4, and 5 chord progressions. In the key of G, the 1-4-5 is G. C is the 4 chord. D is the 5 chord. So we've learned songs where we go G, C add 9, that's the 4 chord, and D is the 5 chord. All right, getting back to C. If I'm playing something, if I want it to be in the key of C, most likely I'm gonna start on C and I'm gonna end on C. So I'm gonna play a little chord progression and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'll start with C. Go to A minor, that's the 6th chord. Go to the 4 chord, F. To G is the 5 chord. And that wants to go back to C. You kind of hear it, that when you get to a 5 chord, most likely you'll move to a C chord. It's not always the case. Sometimes it'd be cool if you went C, A minor, go to F, to G, maybe go to the 6th chord, 4, 5, 1. Your songs don't have to be complicated. They can be 3 chord songs. For this assignment, you want to do a song that it has at least two parts. You can call it the A section and the B section if you want, or you can call it verse chorus. So let's say I'm writing a song and I want to do the A section. I'm going to make it very simple. I'm going to do a 1-4-5. That means it's a C chord, it's an F, and a G. You have to experiment with how you're playing it. You can do lots of cool things. You can strum it, you can finger pick it, you can do a combination. You don't necessarily have to play open chords. You can play bar chords if you wanted to. It really depends on what you have to work with. So if you're familiar with power chords, that's an option. If you're familiar with bar chords, that's an option. Most of you are more comfortable with using open chords. So I'm going to use all open chords. I'm going to do a little finger style pattern, sort of based on what we've done in class with Blackbird. So here's a C. I'll go to F. C. Back to G. Repeat. C. F. C. G. C. Now that could be the A section. For the B section, you could do the same chords but in a different order. You could change up the rhythm pattern. You could add something. So I'm going to add something. I'm going to go to A minor. So I just ended on C, A minor. And then you can experiment. You can say, all right, well, I'll try the F chord. That sounds pretty good. Maybe go to C again. To G. Back to A minor, F, G, C. So that could be the B section. You put it together, A and B. F, it's a 4 chord. Back to the 1 chord, to G. F, C, G, C. I go to the B part. I'm going to go to A minor. Go to F, C, G. Go back to A minor. F, C, G, C. So that could be the start of a new song. Now I don't know if I liked everything that I did, but if I hear something that's interesting, I'll explore that and mess around with it until I find something that sounds good. So that's the key of C. Same rules apply for the key of G. You can do the same chord progression in the key of G, the 1, 4, and 5. For the G, so in the key of G, you have G major, which is the 1 chord. A minor is the 2 chord. B minor is the 3 chord. C is the 4. D is the 5 chord. E minor is the 6 chord. And F sharp in the key of G, F sharp diminished would be the next chord, but we're going to substitute that with an F chord if you want. And then back to G. Notice that when I was messing around with the key of C, I never played the 7th chord. I didn't play the 2 chord. You don't have to play all the chords in a key when you're writing a song. There's great songs with just 3 chords. There's great songs with just 2 chords. There's actually a bunch of songs with 1 chord. But anyway, so in the key of G, I have G, and I have A minor, B minor, C major, D, E minor, and then F major if you want that, and then G. So I'll mess around with the key of G. I might want to play G. Maybe go to 6, E minor. Maybe go to the 2, A minor. To D. Maybe D7. Back to G. C. G. D. All the chords sound good together. I was just strumming. You could play power chords if you wanted to. Here's a power chord version of what I just did. I went G, E minor. Then I went to a 2. No, I went G, 1. E. Yeah, I did go to 2, I think. Do a combination. Lots of different things you can do. G is fun to embellish, so you can do things like this. Play a G chord. Maybe get rid of that pinky. Give a little bit of a melody in your G chord. Go to the E minor. A. That's how I threw in the 4 chord, and then it went to 1, and then to 5. So experiment with it. Remember, your goal is to write a 2-part song. So you want an A section and a B section, and we will go from there. After I hear your chord progressions, I'll give you some ideas on how to put a melody to it.